All right, we're going to open it up. Questions?
I have a question.
Go
I
ahead.
see that there's a lot of different lead generation sources and a lot of different ways you can lead generate. Do you recommend all the ones that you guys have listed today, or just how many do you think each person should focus on as far as lead generation?
3 to 5.
3 to 5.
Would you agree with that,
And
Ashton?
honestly, yeah, what I think too is like I think of 9 sources kind of as a total, but really you should be super good at 3 and then add in more every single year. Like if you master one, then kind of keep adding them on. Don't try to do too many at once. Just focus on your best one and then keep adding them in.
Come on, guys. I know you have questions. Like we have 7 minutes and you have a lead generation expert on here. So ask. Is there an object? Anything. You can ask anything.
Well, can I jump into Logan's objection real quick on inventory in their budget for sellers looking to move?
Yeah.
I definitely, Logan, I don't know where you're at, and so if you want to jump off, you can. This is where I think circle prospecting is such a fun way to do this if you have the systems in place to do it. If you don't, we typically all have access to our tax records, and so you can send mailers based off of what they're looking for to the location. So if you don't have the system, like a dialer or something like that could pull the data for you, focus on the tax records and look in that location. But here's the real thing is when their inventory is low, how serious are they? If they're a 5 to 10, you do the extra homework to find them listings. If they're a 1 to 5, don't do the extra homework because you need to ask them like, hey, I'm willing to go door knock these homes for you to find you the inventory. If I find it today, are you ready to make a move? If that is a no, you wait until it's a yes, because there's no reason you should go out and try to find all these listings. Focus on an A person right now that you can find listings for versus a B or C person right now.
So what system do you use for texting your expired listings? Because I've actually heard that before and I just don't know how to go about doing it.
Yeah. And is your full name Ian?
It is.
I can say the whole. Okay, perfect. Ian, so I would use your CRM if possible. I know there's some rules about the TCPA. This is why you want to make sure that you're doing the right phone number, so then that way you guys can get a hold of the right person. Make sure that you guys follow your rules within your system. But if you're not doing a CRM, you can use Google Voice, if you want to do a free one. Also, you could do it direct from your phone, just it gets a little complicated. So depending on what your size is and how you're at. But the CRMs, I would create a smart plan, auto plan, action plan, whatever it is. That way you know what to follow along with 10 days of messaging, which I've got for Emily to share. So, and that's where I would send them out. That way we can make sure that we're getting engaged leads back on the expireds. Find the right owner and then text them and get a hold of them that way.
I just didn't know if you use Mojo or not as far as like some of that, because I know that's what I use for expired data. So
Yeah, if they have a texting ability yet, which I haven't seen, but if they do, you absolutely. I would send them an email as well because Mojo does pull the email
okay.
often. Well, 50% of the time. Send them an email as well because it's a good way to get a hold of them.
I have a question.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, I'm Kelly.
Hey,
Where are you
Kelly.
guys? How do you find the? So one of the things I struggle with is getting the right phone numbers. So if I'm going into RPR or anything like that, and I'm looking for listings, or looking for homes for buyers, right? We have a low inventory here, and just getting the correct contact information. What have you found the best way to get the contact information?
Yeah, so I feel like we all turn into basically little private detectives when we do this. So True People Search, which I'm going to put it in the app the chat once I figure that out so that I can send it to you guys. This one's the one that's free. And you can do it a variety of ways. You can do it by like name, address, and things like that. So that's the free one. Forewarn is the best app that I love for real estate agents. It's $20 a month. You do put your licensing in just because it does pull in different data. But especially for anyone that's doing a lot of appointments, you can see some history on the people and it's helpful to be able to see a little bit more. So I'm going to put that in the chat too.
I was just going
And
to say
that's an
if
app.
you could spell that. Okay.
Yeah, it's a really helpful one. And then if you're looking for like ones where you can pull lists, Cole Realty is a good one. Obviously Mojo has their way, and then Land Voice. So those are the ones
So
that
when
I would
you,
find
so
contact data.
got you. Does anybody else use RPR? Nobody knows what RPR.
Yeah,
Is that
I
something
do.
local here?
Yeah,
I'm
there
sorry.
are lots of people on here that use it, Kelly.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Is that
Okay.
is that
Sorry,
your
I
tax
can't, I
records?
didn't
Basically,
see
it kind of
everyone.
it pulls like their name and the address, right, Kelly, when you're on that on RPR?
Yeah, so I can search like within like a certain demographic area and, look for people most likely to sell, a certain price point, age group, all of that. And then oftentimes I can find contact information, but it's not always accurate. I would say a lot of times it's probably not accurate. And so, and then another thing is, sometimes people will, put in like, what's my home worth kind of thing, like in, a different,
Yeah.
different
And they
avenues or
don't fill
whatever.
out their contact.
That's right. And you get the address, but you don't get all the information. And so then it's like going and digging. And so you can send a letter. I actually did get a listing this year that way, sending a letter
Nice.
to someone who did that way, but when you were talking about the problem, so my problem is not converting, my problem is the lead gen. And so I'm trying to be more purposeful with that.
Yeah, and if you, Kelly, if you ever need it too, we can do like a little session of like how I would try to navigate through to find all the contact information, because it is kind of just a step-by-step process. But when it's worth
Okay.
it, it's worth it. Because if you can't find it, trust me, other agents can't find it either. So do the digging. Like it's worth it to get the right contact information.
Okay,
Hey,
thank you.
Kelly, there's an app that I use. It's called HuntX. It's Kim Usselton.
Hi.
So I do rural properties, but it's called HuntX, and it's a hunting map, but it shows property boundary lines. You can get names and addresses on that, and then I use Forewarn to cross-reference it.
Okay, got you.
It's an app that our office pays for. I don't know if y'all have that or not, but it tells you phone numbers and
Super
address
helpful.
histories and all kinds of stuff like that. So that's a good one too.
I thank you so much. These are
You're
great.
welcome.
Yeah, Forewarn's really good. Also PropStream is a really good for finding contact information as well. I find PropStream's better than Cole Realty Resource.
Prop streams.
PropStream.
Okay.
PropStream. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Ashton, do you guys want to make this like a series and go into some of these things where she can share screen and maybe go a little bit deeper in some of this stuff? Would that be?
Yes, please.
That
Yeah.
would be great.
Yes, please.
Okay,
I
because
agree.
like I think this might be helpful. Okay, so here's what I'd like you to do. I know we're right at the top of the hour. Type in anything that we discussed that you would like outside of text, templates, and dialogues, which we will send you. I will send you my letters. If there's anything that you would like us to attach to the email, please type it in now. Don't be shy. Ask for anything. We're like your genie at this point. Okay. And then let's share a couple ahas while we're typing that in. What'd you guys get out of today? What are we going to implement?
For me, I think it's being more purposeful with who I'm calling and how many people I need to call, and like paying attention to those rates and seeing how many calls I need to do to get an appointment.
Love that. Clarity's power. When we know the math, it makes it a lot easier.
You know what you're shooting for.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay on my expireds.
Hitting the expires.
Stay
Yeah.
on. Get them all.
Farm my neighborhood. Yep. The canceled listings. Yes. Guys, I will tell you that expireds and canceled and FSBOs is where I got started. And that's the first thing I trained Ashton on. And we blew up the expired market. I mean, we would carry, I don't even know, 100 listings. I have no idea. We did a lot of real estate. But our
Yes.
number one listing lead source was from expireds and canceleds. That was our number one. We also did for sale by owners. We did circle prospecting. That's the big opportunity. I'm telling you, I can see it. It's coming. And I'm excited about it because those of you who dive in, and again, you can do it letters. You don't have to call. You can do it letters. You can do whatever. Those of you who commit to that, you're 5 years from now, you're going to be very wealthy and you're going to be very thankful that you did it, right? Embrace the short-term pain for the long-term gain. None of us were good at it when we first started. Okay. None of us, right? The only reason why we're why Ash and I are experts at it now is just because we've done it thousands of times, like a ridiculous amount of times. So don't give up. Do not give up. Don't give up on letters. Don't give up on calling. Don't give up on talking to people in your database. Embrace it. Build your pipelines, know the numbers you need to expect, what to expect. Yes, yellow letters is a good one. And then, what's the other one that I use? Hold on letters. And then we'll jump off. I need to see what I use for letters.
And I did include in the templates that we'll send out a golden letter campaign for your database. So it's very similar to what Emily has the letters sent out. It'll send it to them directly in your database.
Yeah. I have a couple that I send, and let me look. I'm just pulling it up, you guys, because I can't memorize everything, especially companies. I'm like, there's so many. But this one's so good, the one that I'm about to recommend. So this is the one that I would actually recommend.
Oh, the site that you use?
Yeah.
Is it
Hold on.
Yellow Letter? Is that the one? No.
No, I know Yellow Letter.
Oh, okay.
Ballpoint marketing. Ballpoint marketing. I
Oh.
recommend ballpoint marketing over Yellow Letter.
Get it.
But Yellow Letter is the most common, but ballpoint marketing is actually the preferred. Okay, awesome, guys. Well, we have taken your notes on what it is that you would like to get. We'll send it. If you have questions, just shoot me an email or reach out to Ashton. And I think we're going to do this again, but I'll send out a survey on like what specific problems so we can go deeper, if that's cool, versus 1,000 different directions. So awesome.
Love
All right.
it.
Happy Friday.
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone.
See ya.